And we're back after about, I'd say, 14 seconds. I love how I'm always trying to be so precise with that. I want to. I'm just recognizing how important, not important, but it's like I thrive in the meta. I was just, in those 15 seconds, I was thinking, what could I talk about next? And I was just acknowledging what I had just spoken about the flow. I was in the flow talking about my experience of figuring out how to talk in the flow, in the process of it all. And that's when that thought came out. And I think that's where we're going to continue speaking about. And in this moment, I feel myself trying to figure out how to get in the flow. And instead of figuring out how to get in the flow, we're just going to get into the flow by speaking about that. And that's not normally how it works, I've noticed. You can't force your way into it. You just gotta have faith. You can't think about what to say. You've just gotta say what is. I couldn't force it by thinking of a topic or what aspect of a topic to speak about. I had to speak about exactly what I was experiencing. And in order to do that, it is required for me to have a high enough perspective to be able to perceive exactly what I'm experiencing, which sort of creates the possibility of a segue into my healing journey, because the main aspect of my healing journey I've come to recognize is, very windy, is raising your perspective. But let's get back into the flow. I wanna, not speaking in the flow, but speaking about the flow. Whether in the flow or not. Because we know that part of learning about the flow requires being in it and losing it. Because in doing so, you recognize the differences. You recognize what it is that kept you there. You recognize what it is that pulled you out of it. You begin to recognize the differences between being in the flow and not being in the flow. And here we are. I'm not going to say losing the flow, but sort of having a hiccup for a moment. I don't think I've lost the flow. I still feel like I'm in the flow. But maybe now we're losing the flow. Let's sit in silence. We already are, but let's fully allow it. And let's not try to think about what to speak of next. I'm gonna just begin speaking about nothing in particular to ascertain whether or not I am in the flow or not. And after speaking that sentence, I feel as though I am still in the flow. Who knows how long it'll last for? I could lose it at any moment. And that is so okay. That is so okay. There's value to being in the flow and value to being not in the flow. I am loving not just how this video is going, but I'm loving how, as I mentioned in my last video, this topic just sort of naturally came about as a prominent topic within my channel. It's a reflection of just going with it's a reflection of going with the flow. I did not plan that. It's a reflection of how I work in everything I do, because I can easily lock on to what is important and what isn't. I know what my goals are. I'm able to recognize differences. I'm able to say, okay, that was something different right there. That was beneficial. So let's figure out what that is and how it works. And I'm sort of feeling uncomfortable talking about myself like this for some reason. And that's okay. Excuse me. That's okay. Is this going to knock me out of the flow? It could. But once again, I've just spoken about something I experienced. And it kept me in the flow. And now, once again, I'm feeling unsure of what to speak about. But because I'm speaking about that experience, I am able to continue in the flow. And as I say that, I'm recognizing as though I'm speaking about the flow as if I'm a flow professional. And I'm not. I'm just a student of it. I'm a student of it. I don't claim to be a professional. Let's end the video here.